Good morning, students. In today's general English class, I am going to continue with the fifth and the last part of Ranga's marriage. So, in our earlier classes, we have learned that Ranga, the village accountant's boy in Hosahali, he was the first person to go to Bangalore for further studies, and he had returned after 6 months. People were excited to see him when he returned because they wanted to see if he has changed or not. Though outwardly he has not changed, but there were certain changes in his opinions on marriage, which can be very easily seen in his conversation with our narrator Shama. So there Ranga has changed his views on marriage. He wanted to marry a mature girl. He was against traditional arranged marriages, and he wanted to find the right girl, and he wanted to get married to a girl whom he wanted to admire. Listening to his views on marriage, our narrator was extremely disappointed, and he was determined that he would get Ranga married to a girl that he has chosen. Not because he wanted to control his life, but because he wanted good for the boy. Because he feels that Ranga would be a good husband and would be good to the service to the society when he gets married to a girl. And the girl chosen by the narrator was Ratna. Who was Ratna? Ratna was Rama Rao's niece. She was just a girl of 11 years. She was a very pretty girl. Both her parents had died, and that's why Rama Rao has brought her to his home. She was a talented girl. She knew how to play the veena and the harmonium, and she had a very melodious voice, and she was singing. She used to sing very melodiously. And our narrator planned to get them married, and he hatched his plan by calling Ratna to his house to fetch some buttermilk. When she came, he made her sit, and he went to he asked someone to call Ranga. When Ranga came, he heard the beautiful voice of that pretty girl, and he was mesmerized by her, and uh, and this was the first meeting between Ranga and Ratna. And our narrator, when he was asked by Ranga who that girl was, he replied that it doesn't matter who that girl was because she was already married a year ago. So it was a lie. So he told a lie to Ranga. And the moment he told the lie, Ranga's face fell, the color of his face changed, and he just went away from that place after talking a little bit there, and then he left the place saying that he has some work. Now in today's class we will see that how the plan is more formulated, how our narrator, he also included another character, and the name of the character is Shastri, the village astrologer. Okay, they met the village astrologer. Our narrator had already tutored him, and now there would be a conversation between the Shastri, the village astrologer, and Ranga. So here you can see that in this particular part, our narrator, he went to the Shastri, the village astrologer, and there the narrator had already tutored him, already told him about the whole situation. So after that he went to meet Ranga. There was no change in Ranga's behavior. He was, same. He was sad. He was not talking properly. So this man asked that, what happened? Are you suffering from any kind of headache or anything like that? He said, no, I have no headache. I am my usual self. So he said that, okay, fine. I, this man, our narrator, he told that I went through the same thing when the process of choosing a girl for me was going on. But I don't think that that could be a reason for your present condition. Ranga stared at me. So there, our narrator, he was fuming. He was in a way fueling the emotions in Ranga's heart. So he is saying that I also went through the same condition as you are behaving. I also went through the same condition when I was about to get married. But I don't think so that this is the reason that you are so sad, he said. And Ranga was just staring at him. He said, oh, okay, fine. let us just go to our village astrologer Shastriji, and we will see whether everything is okay or not according to the Shastras. So in villages, people were very much concerned about astrology. They very much believed in astrology, and that's why this man told that okay, let us go to Shastriji. And Ranga, he, though educated, he didn't say a single word. He didn't say anything to protest that no, I am not going. He just went with him, as as our narrator said, he just went with him. And there, after that comes the what can I say, the conversation between Ranga and the and the village astrologer. And here what happened is that Shastriji, he sat there, and then they were talking, and Shastri brought out all his equipments, the two sheets of paper, then some koris, a book of palmyra leaves, and then said that see, with the help of all this we will see what is happening with you. And Shastriji, he made some calculations, and finally he told that see, the reason behind your present state is because of a girl. So he just made, as I have already told you that our narrator has already tutored the tutored the village astrologer Shastriji. So here he was just doing acting and all, and finally he told that the reason that Ranga is behaving in this manner is because of a girl. And Ranga was totally shocked. And then he said that the name of the girl is something that could be found in ocean. Okay, so firstly, directly they cannot say Ratna, no? So they were saying Kamala. Kamala means lotus. Then Pachichi. Pachichi means moss. So these are the things which could be found on ocean. So they were telling one after the other name, and then suddenly Ranga asked that Ratna, the girl in Ramarao's house in Ratna, tell me, is there any chance of our negotiations being fruitful? So he asked that okay, if something that could be found in the ocean, why not Ratna? Ratna means pearl. So Ratna is the name of the girl in Ramarao's house. Do you think that there is any chance of me and her, getting married? Is there any chance? And the Shastriji said, definitely, there is chance. And there was lots of surprise on Ranga's face. But at that moment, our narrator again intervened and said that, but that girl is married. And then he looked at Ranga. Again, Ranga's face had fallen. And our Shastriji said that I don't know about all this. There may be some other girl whose name would be Ratna or something that is suitable. I only told you what our Shastra has indicated. So, Shastriji, he told in that manner. And after that, what happened is that there was a pleasant surprise for Ranga. So both passed by Ramarao's house, and there the narrator went inside Ramarao's house alone. Ranga was waiting outside. He came out with a surprise on his face and told that the narrator that someone had misinformed him that Ratna was married. Actually, Ratna was not married. And at that moment, Ranga finally admitted that there is greater truth in the Shastra than we imagine. What he said is absolutely true. So he was very direct, and he said that yes, Ratna was the girl who was in my mind. This is the reason why I was behaving so oddly. She was in my mind and I wanted to get married to her. It was very direct. And at that moment, after that, Shastri was there at the well, and our narrator went to meet him, and in a joking manner he told that what a marvelous Shastras yours is. You didn't give any kind of suspicion. Nothing, no suspicion was raised in Ranga's mind that everything was planned. And this is the thing what the Shastriji did not like. He told that no, what are you saying? Whatever you have said, I could have found it on my own. Do not forget, I have developed on the hints that you have given me. So now in this part, we can say that our writer, Masti Venkatesha Iyengar, is trying to mock astrology. So here, our narrator has already tutored Shastriji. Everything was told to him. He had done nothing. At the end, when it was asked, at the end when it was said that your whole thing was, I have already tutored you. So there Shastriji, he didn't like, and finally he said that no, I have developed on the hints you have given me. But he had not developed anything. It was our narrator who had given him all the ideas, okay, given him everything. So here the concept of astrology is somewhat mocked by the writer. Okay, finally what happened is that they got married. Ranga and Ratna got married, and then Rangappa had come the other day to invite me for dinner. What's the occasion, I asked. It's Shama's birthday. He is 3. Now this Shama, in this part, in the last part, the Shama that we will find here is the son of Ranga and Ratna. So they have named their firstborn after the narrator Shama. Why? Because they have because it is because of the narrator that Ranga and Ratna got married. It was the narrator who planned their marriage, and finally he was the one who helped them to get married. So and also it was a English tradition. Do not forget it. It was an English tradition to name a person, name the is the English custom of naming the child after someone you like. So at that point of time, this girl, they have already named their child, their first child, what can I say, Shama, the name of the narrator. And also his wife, means Ratna, was again 8 months pregnant at that point of time. So when they got married, after that Ranga came one day to, after maybe some years, he came to call for Shama, the narrator, to invite him for dinner. And what was the occasion? It was the birthday of their first son, and the name of the son is Shama, and they have named him after the narrator Shama. Okay, so also we can see that Ratna was again pregnant, 8 months pregnant. So here child marriage is shown, where she was just 11 years old when she got married, and by the age of maybe 15 or something, she was mother of a child, and also she was pregnant with her second child. So child marriage was very much evident at that point of time. So here child marriage is shown in a manner. Here the marriage that is shown is child marriage. Okay, she was very talented. She could have done something better, but finally she got married, and now she is just taking care of children. So finally it was an English tradition to name their first child or name their child after someone they like. So in this way they have honored the narrator Shama. And finally by the end he takes our leave and says, "Allow me to take leave of you, reader. I am always here, ready to serve you. You were not bored, I hope." Yeah. Okay. So finally he says that I have told you the story of Ranga's marriage. So now let me take leave. I am always here, ready to serve you whenever you want to know anything. I am ready to serve you. So I think so. You were not bored, I hope. And then the chapter ends. So with this, I also end the explanation of this particular part. Now let us come to the focus questions. So from this part, we get 2 focus questions. Number 1, describe the meeting of Ranga with Shastriji. So it is a 4 marks. So you have to write the whole explanation, what happened in details. And finally, how did the narrator manage to get Ranga and Ratna married? So here also you have to write the whole thing in a way, how they got introduced and finally how they got married. Okay. And with this, I would end this video. Thank you very much.